Yeah, Amina, the Mega Drive and PC Engine in their day were shmup machines, and they still hold that title for the era. But the Super Famicom or Super Nintendo still has plenty of great shmups. Some travelled the world, and some stayed locked in Japan, like today's game. Flying Hero Bugyuru no Daibouken, or Flying Hero Bugyuru's Big Adventure, is a vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up in the cute-'em-up vein, developed by Sting and released by Sofel in 1992. It's a bit of an unusual game to come across in Japan, so when I found my copy in Kitakami City in 2021 or thereabouts, I had such a big grin on my face. The story is absolute fluff. Reading the manual, it goes to great lengths to underline how peaceful the game's world was. In this world was a girl named Bao and a flying ping pong ball with feet and biggles goggles called Bugyuru, who otherwise were besties. But one day they had an awful argument. Suddenly, the evil Biburio snatches Bao. Why? Well, because he has no friends and he hates people who have good friends. The devilish Biburio chanted Bugyuru to rescue his friend, and so he sets out on his adventure. It's quite sweet stuff, really, and I love the handful of hand-drawn illustrations in the little manual that this game comes with. None of this crap AI stuff, just lovely hand-drawn illustrations that make me smile. Anyway, my summary for this game is that it's good, and if you like this genre, I recommend it to you, though it's single-player only. The graphics are bold and well-drawn, the sound is enjoyable, though overall the sound design is sometimes a little bit odd, with a few silent sections during gameplay. The stages feature sub-bosses and bosses and are largely quite varied. It all plays really well with 3 types of weapon and 2 interesting mechanics. One allows you to set your flying speed at will with the select button in-game, which is a necessary mechanic not only to give you speed to escape attacks, but also slowness for occasional precision-based dodges. The other uses the shoulder buttons to aim your shot, with left and right shoulders aiming in their respective directions, and both being held firing behind you. There are homing missile pickups and weapon upgrades in 3 steps, which is achieved by munching 3 individual cake pickups at a time to bump up your weapon level, or consuming a decoration cake or a big cake that you may occasionally see that appears and will max out your weapon. 2 of the weapons, the Bowashudan and the laser, can shoot through solid obstructions which will occur during the later stages of the game, but the best weapon for much of the game, in my opinion, is the standard shot. You also have bombs at your disposal, where you can gain extra bombs also from pickups, but by default you have 3 at hand per life. And that's it! It's a solid fun game that's not the best vertical shooter on a Super Famicom, nor is it the best cute-'em-up on it, but this is a solid game that I urge fans of the genre to play. Now I've got the main aspects of the game covered, let's talk about why I think this is a great shmup for beginners to hone their skills in this genre. Because let's face it, this is a genre that is riddled with difficulty, but one which has a lot of potential fans out there that get fed up being annihilated. Before starting the game, you can choose the difficulty in the options screen, accessed by the select button from either the title screen or the story screens. By default it is set to normal, but the easy difficulty is great for beginners. Power-ups become vastly more numerous and boss characters become much quicker to take down. However, the actual in-stage rank and file enemies and obstructions remain as is. This means you still have to learn to play well, but you can both become more easily powered up and bosses are less likely to wipe you out, meaning that with some practice, I think anyone can beat this game in easy mode. And there's no shame in that. After all, why did the game designers put the option in there? I'm fairly good but not great at shmups, and sometimes a little ease off in the difficulty can be immensely enjoyable for a fix of fun. Flying Hero accomplishes this so well. You also have 3 continues, 3 lives per continue, and extra lives that are earned depending on the score, and with some practice you can probably fly through with only losing 1 or 2 lives at most during the whole game. Then, having learned the game on easy mode, you can then head to the normal mode to practice further. It's a great way to really learn how to dodge fire, but also learn that you don't need to take everything out on the screen. Target the enemies that will give you the most grief in stages, and the rest will follow. I'll admit, I have not yet beaten this game in normal mode. Well, not in normal circumstances, because this game has some extra hidden options. If you enter the standard options screen as described before, and then if you have a second controller plugged in, press select and start at the same time on the options screen for the so-called URA options or back options. From here you can select the starting stage, number of lives per continue, and number of continues overall as well, so you can practice away at your heart's content. It's a pretty forgiving game in this regard. To conclude, my rating is indeed that this is a very solid 3-star or good game on the rating scale, and I really enjoyed my time with it for all the reasons explained above. It's one I pull down from time to time, and then I remember how much I enjoy playing it, how much I want to beat it on normal mode. I'm sure I can do that. Japanese language-wise, this is absolutely accessible to non-Japanese speakers, as only the story and options screen is written in Japanese, which I've taken the time to translate and explain to my channel Patreon members who currently support this channel's production. See the link in the video description for details. For learners of Japanese, it's all written in kana, so no kanji knowledge is required, but it's incredibly shallow, though the text in the story moves very fast indeed, so you won't learn much from this game, but it may give you some speed reading practice. Overall, I rate the Japanese level in this game as none. Perhaps my biggest and only real gripe with the gameplay is that when you continue after losing your lives, you start at the start of each stage at your most basic power level, which is pretty normal in this genre, but in later stages it can be really hard to get powered up on normal difficulty or above, so from stage 4 onwards this can be quite difficult, but up until that point the game does give you a fair chance of getting powered up. Beyond that, you just gotta get good. Overall, this is a solid shooter that is sadly quite an expensive and difficult game to find these days. I got lucky with my copy, sourcing a box and manual separately over the course of 5 years, which cost me a fraction of the complete in box cost. So I'm not sure it justifies the complete in box price, though a well-priced cartridge for fans of the genre may well be worth picking up. This is a charming game that personifies why I enjoy the Super Famicom so much, even though it doesn't scale the heights of Super Arresta or Space Megaforce on the system. I'm just glad that this was a shmup with no sting in the tail, and it wasn't Bugyuru up. As always, like, subscribe and all of that shit, and also check out this rad Rubbish Heap merch, available worldwide on Redbubble and Amazon. See the links below for how to purchase. I've been Saki Endo, and this has been a Rubbish Heap. Ja ne ne!